How has your wife made you a better man?
In every possible way. By showing what a wise mother is. She's a much wiser mother than I am a wise father. By making life pleasant for me and by making life painful and challenging for me. We all do that to each other. So here's a complete package, a human being. And there's a lot of virtues and some vices. We all have vices. We all have stuff we're bad at. And even the stuff we're both bad at is something that is divinely used as a way of making each other better.
Mm-hmm.
My impatience and her impatience together is like flint and steel. And of course there are arguments and disagreements and uncomfortablenesses and problems in communication. And that's good. That's great. That makes each of us stronger and better.
Mm.
If there is that basic respect, that basic, ontologically, you are through and through solid. Although you drive me crazy sometimes. We all drive each other crazy sometimes, if we're close enough. If we're not close, we don't drive each other crazy. But if we get really close, we drive each other crazy. And we fall madly in love with each other at the same time.
It's funny how I've only been married 18 years, but it's funny in the course of that time that I need to be with her. I need to walk with her. Like I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm not trying to be spiritual. It's just I want her in the way that I want
your left leg.
My left leg.
It's a part of you.
Yeah. So when she's not around, it doesn't feel right.
I love that saying in St. Paul in one of his letters. He says, paraphrasing now, Christian husband, how could you possibly hate your wife? No man hates his own flesh.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's right. Yeah. Maybe that's
the other half of you.
Okay. You said that she makes your life more pleasant. How does she do that in kind of practical ways?
Well, in a practical way, when we argue, she's usually right and I'm usually wrong.
It must be difficult to argue with a philosopher who writes books on logic.
Oh, no, it's easy. I've never won an argument with her.
Even when I'm right, I lose.
Yes. Right.
Oh, that's funny. I remember
one of the wisest things she does, and she's ever done, is she doesn't read my books.
Ever?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she sneaks a look sometimes, but we don't argue about philosophy.
Yeah.
We tried once. There was a book that early in my career we wrote together. At least I wrote the first draft, and she made some very good corrections. It's called Angels and Demons. Mm-hmm. And when I sent it to Ignatius Press, I think it was my third or fourth or fifth book for Ignatius Press, Father Fessio, the editor, said, Peter, what happened? Your style is so much better on this book than the other ones. I said, my wife helped me write it. But we had arguments about that book. That's got to be a colon, not a semicolon. No, it's a semicolon. We would argue for an hour about a semicolon.
How would, imagine, like Back to the Future, imagine if you had never married and you were sitting before me now, how would you be different, do you think?
I would be much less wise. I would be much less complete. I would probably have written 200 books instead of 100. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't have either as much trouble or as much joy in my life as I have now. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't have children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren.
You have great-grandchildren?
One, yes. So all of those people, till the end of the world, and all of their deeds would be subtracted from the world. It would be a much poorer world.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.